What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Animation Revaluation Podcast. I am your host, Lizer, and with me, as always, is Jay. What's up, Jay?
Yay! What's going on?
What's up, dude? How was your week?
Pretty good. First day of spooky month.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Dude, do we have to do like a spooky episode for like Halloween? Halloween's on a Sunday.
You wanna do one on a Sunday?
Do we still do one on that Friday, or we'll talk about
Dude,
that?
yeah,
We'll
that's
talk
what.
about that.
But yeah.
Rewatch Higurashi.
Yes.
Do we just like re-upload that same one? No, now we watch the reboot.
There's a reboot?
Yep.
Oh. Perhaps.
As much of a reboot as it can be, since I guess every season's a reboot.
How was your week though?
Pretty chill. I do want to say I might be like muting myself and to anyone watching live, or watching the VOD of it. You might see my model moving a little bit. That's because I'm a little sick and I might be coughing, so I'll mute myself and I'll like move to the side and cough. Other than that, I'm good. I've just been like sick all week, so that's been fun.
Oh, that's gross.
Yeah, it's like fluctuating too. Like I'll be like right now I feel okay, and in 10 minutes I might be dead.
Should I send the paramedics over, like, just in case?
No, just call me an Uber, bro. I'm not paying for that shit.
Just call me. I got you with the Uber, bro.
That's just crazy. you almost died. $5,000. It's like, dude, what? I could have walked.
As bad as I feel, I could have walked and made it. Oh man.
So, what did we watch this week, man? We really didn't have a lot of time to spend on this week, mainly because I was sick.
Yeah, but we ended up getting to it, and we watched No Game No Life. And this is something that I really didn't see too much of, like, animated, because I was reading most of the manga. But it's how can I say it? Definitely where I watched it didn't have like most of the tags on it. So it was like we like computers kind of having a spaz.
Nice.
Why I got a spaz now, bruh?
Love to see
of all time.
We just spent like an hour beforehand just chilling, watching videos and stuff, and it was fine.
But it is having this moment.
Oh, good, bro.
But to simply start this off, at least, is like it was missing a few tags, but it was first put out in 2014. April 9th was the first day it aired. April 9th, 2014, with 12 episodes.
Pretty standard.
But it was also animated by one of my favorite studios. Fucking Madhouse.
Oh, what have they done? I'm not familiar.
They did Overwood.
Really? Never heard of it.
Oh, you gotta watch it, bro.
I think maybe we'll do it for the podcast.
It's poopy. But it basically kind of, I don't remember the context of like the first part again, because I don't remember that.
What, like the opening?
Yeah.
They were just like playing an online game.
No, not that part. The part before that. It was like between the two people, and there was like talking about like roles in society and whatnot. And I was just like, I don't remember this at all.
I don't remember that now.
Yeah, see?
All I remember is them playing like the game.
I think it was like the in-game world, possibly. But it was basically 4 characters in an online like MMO type of game, and it was all PvP at the time.
Mm.
Again, it was 4 people against like I think it was like 1.2. I think it was like 1,200 people, 1,200 other players, and the 1,200 players were getting absolutely fucked. And it was just like, how are they so good? You know, this one group has never lost, and it was like, you know, how are we losing? It was like, you know, they could just be people that are just that good. But needless to say, they were a group of cheaters in the group of 1,200 players, and it was like how I've been like cheating and they're still beating us. You know, I was like, oh,
You love to see it.
I was like, it's always someone that wants to cheat in an online game. And after all, well, most of the 1,200 players were defeated. It kind of pans back out to the real world where we meet the brother and sister duo, Shiro and fucking Sora. Shiro, I believe, I think he's 18. I don't remember.
Shiro is 18?
No.
There's no way. Shiro's like 11.
Sorry, Sora is like 18, I believe. If I remember correctly, I don't remember that well. I know fucking Shiro. I got their names mixed up because.
What's up, James? He's in the comments.
Oh, hi, James. And sorry, Sora, I believe is like 17. Shiro, on the other hand, is I think like 12 or
Hey,
11.
Jess.
And they form a team known as Blank, and because I think it was kanji, something like that. It's like kanji symbols like spell out blank for both of their names when put next to each other. And after they finish, they've been up for a couple days too, to say the least. But they are both shut-ins, and they see the real world as like a lousy game, kind of.
They're just like eternally online.
Yeah, it's like they don't sleep, or they
There was
barely
like
sleep.
there was a concerning part for me. Like, I'm okay, like anime characters. Oh, I'm always online. Blah blah blah. Whatever. Shiro's 11, right? Or 12 or whatever. And they're like, oh, when's the last time we slept? I think it might have been 7 days. Why do you say that? Oh, because I have 7 bowls of noodles here.
Yeah.
Is she only eating once a day as well as staying up for 7 days straight?
Oh my god.
Take
That's
care
just-
of your little sister.
Please. And they get like a random email. Doesn't and it was like addressed to the name, like the username blank, which is referred to the two of them. And it asks them if they want to play a game, and they click a very suspicious link, and it opens up a chess game.
Never do that, by the way.
Yeah, we don't click sketchy links. And to say the least, Shiro's a fucking chess prodigy. I was like, oh, it's like base is never lost a game at all between the two of them. And why is my phone going off, bro?
You love to see it.
Vibrate. And they end up, I don't know how long they played for, but it was a hot minute. But they finally won, and the person that sent the email were like asking them questions like, what do they think of life? It's like, what if you could, he's like, do you feel if you were born into like the wrong world? And the two of them were just like, on an agreement, just like, yeah, we were born, you know, we shouldn't be here. We should be somewhere else where, you know, we'd be like useful, or we excel at what we do best, which is playing games. And they basically get sucked into a different world where they meet Tet. Don't get to really know too much about him,
I was gonna make a
but
sword art joke.
don't.
I stopped myself.
Please, not like this. And fucking, and they meet Tet. Tet is the only god of, or the only living god, I should say, of this world.
So where's the
And
Voodoo girl? Give it time, James.
he's asking about which one. There's quite a few.
Talking
but
about Tet now. God.
yeah, we're talking about Tet. Tet is the only living god of this world, and it was really funny at the moment because the name of the world is Disboard, and I think somewhere in there I made a Discord joke, and I hated myself for it, but
It's alright, I hate myself for every joke I make.
some of them are funny, so it's fine.
You don't have to tell me that.
I only state the truth. But there are like rules that they have to follow once they've made it into this world, which Tet gave them the rundown on while they were plunging like from the sky to the ground. And
Oh yeah, they were just like in free fall, right?
yeah, they were in free fall for a hot minute. I think I probably would have passed out midair. I'm not even gonna lie.
But that's when his brotherly instincts kicked in, because just before they hit the ground, he like grabbed Shiro, turned her over, so he would get hurt.
Yeah. And honestly, they didn't even hit the ground.
They made a crater.
Yeah, I know, but they actually just didn't hit the ground.
So what the hell made the crater?
Huh? Whatever fucking Tet did.
The air pressure?
Yeah, Tet probably put like a force field or something. I don't know what the fuck he did, but they didn't hit the ground for sure.
So not only is he the god of games, but he's the god of like conveniences.
Physics.
I'm calling bullshit right now.
But he basically runs down. I think there's 10. It's like 10 of them, I believe. But in this world, there is no war is not allowed. However, you're allowed to play games for whatever reason, as long as both parties agree and something equal of value from each side is bet. I think I said that in the right way.
Yeah.
English is
The stakes
English
have
is
to
hard.
match, basically.
Yeah, each party's bet has to like have a equal value, or it's not.
But they kind of like have workarounds, because at one point they like say, I want that bag of gold, I'll bet my life for it. It's like, my life is worth so much more, but I value it at the same as the bag of gold. So like
Yeah.
they're able to do it. So I guess technically, since your life is priceless, you can gamble your life on anything in this world.
Which is kind of questionable, but when you have the I don't lose mentality, it goes a long way.
I don't lose, I just sometimes not win.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's not the same.
Yeah. Yeah, it's called the 10 pledges. Let's see. And where they end up, they end up in I believe it was called Humanity.
Yeah.
Like the region itself. and from what they found out is that humanity, like, wow, I really can't English. This doesn't sound right when I say it.
Humanity is the name of the race.
Humanity, right? Okay,
I don't remember what the kingdom's name is, but I kept thinking Etika.
it's pretty close to that. I think it's Alukia. I think it might be Alukia, but this
Pour one out
this
every time they
kingdom.
said
I like this.
it.
But in Alukia, it's all humans, and according to all of the other races, or even I think it's like a certain ranking, they're the weakest race out of all of the other 15 races that they're associated with,
Mhm.
because they're the least adept with magic.
Oh no.
And basically, they find out that the throne of Alukia is on the line because, again, no war, no nothing. So you're basically having a round robin of poker or games of their choice to decide who becomes the next king.
It was like the last king's dying wish.
Yeah, I was like, oh,
Because I think until then they just did it as like king as kid is next in line. Then this time the dude is like, the next one has to win the fucking tri-state duel cup. Become king of games.
Battle City.
Show me how many star pieces you have.
Oh man. And they find I can't remember her name either, and I can't believe I don't have her fucking name.
What, the main girl?
Not the main girl, not a. I mean, we might as well get to Elizabeth, huh? I mean, not Elizabeth,
Wait,
fucking
who?
Stephanie.
Who the fuck is Elizabeth?
Not Elizabeth, fucking Stephanie. Why did the name Elizabeth?
I don't know. Here's
I don't.
Stephanie,
I don't
good
know.
old Stephanie Dola.
I don't even know who. I don't even know an Elizabeth. But Stephanie Dola is the granddaughter of the last king.
Dola Bills, yo. Sorry. I apologize. That one was stupid.
And she's working her way in the tournament of trying to secure her seat on the throne, but it isn't going too well. For the simple fact that she doesn't have a poker face at all.
Mm-mm.
She's a very emotional person, but I can understand why. You know, and she's sitting across from a girl named, I think it was Clammy.
Yeah. It's spelled like Ch-lammy.
Yeah, but she is the one that has been winning the most so far. She's been on a hot streak. And for whatever strange reason, she's on a really like irregular, like it's a oddly long win streak. Like she hasn't dropped the game at all. And I can understand, being good at like poker, but it's a game of pure luck, you know. And they get the suspicion of, she's being helped by someone else. She's cheating. And initially it was just a hunch because they didn't really have any proof to kind of back it up. But before they walk out of the tavern, or at least walk over to the it's like an inn and a tavern at the same time, basically. And he asked, he was like, "Hey, how much for a night?" And he's like, this one gold piece gets you one night. And Sora is like, I think not. Try it again. He's like, okay, 2 nights. And Sora was just not having it. He's like, bro, if you're really gonna lie to me, bro, you might as well like try. And it was like, oh. And they get away with 4 nights for one singular gold piece. And I was like, oh, nice.
That makes me wonder though, is that accurate? Like, is it supposed to be 4 nights for 1 gold? Or did he like swindle it, or
Honestly, I don't know, but I have a feeling the barkeep was just like being stingy.
yeah, I know he absolutely was. But I'm just wondering, like, is it 4 accurate, or maybe it was supposed to be 3, or maybe
I think it was
might even
supposed to be like
5.
it could have been 2 for all we know. But I guess he was just like, you know what? I've been caught twice, and he probably threw in like an extra night.
Maybe. Doesn't matter either way, bro. Don't even use it that long.
Yeah, they like use it for like one night, bro.
Like literally 1 night.
But later on in the day, Steph ends up like knocking on their door at like the fucking in the middle of the night,
Yeah.
and was like, "Hey, how'd you know she was cheating?" And he was like, "I don't know, bro. We just kind of guess because we don't really know too much, and we don't really know too much on how this world works." However, she was like, "Play me in a game. If I win, you tell me how she cheated. And if I lose," so it was like, you do anything that I want." And they agreed. I don't know how that's equal, but the 10 pledges are absolute.
I think
And
both
I have
parties
no
just have to agree that it's equal. I don't
that
think it
it's
actually
equal.
has to be equal.
Probably. I think both sides just have to agree. And they played rock, paper, scissors.
Man's deadliest game.
Yeah. Got a third chance of winning, bro. But the catch was, I believe he said he was only throwing scissors?
Yeah.
And this turned into a very huge mind game, especially for Steph, because she was just like overthinking it entirely. And was like, he's just saying that to throw me off. And let's just say she was right, but still lost. Because she ended up picking what Sora wanted her to pick, and he ended up winning.
It's pretty much how the games go in this anime, to be honest. It's just a lot of mind game stuff. It just works out for them in the end.
Yeah. There's no real like deduction to it, to be honest.
They like try to explain, but I'm just like, all right, let's just move on.
Too much big brain for me.
Going into like advanced calculus over here.
Yeah.
I'm trying to watch anime, bro.
But essentially, a couple days go. I think it's like another day. I think it's like at least like another day or two, I believe. Might just been an extra day. But they run into Clammy in like the castle, and in a sense, it was just like, oh, you will. It was like, I forgot what she said. I think it was like she was like, you having like servant. He's like, you're having servants like go up against me because you can't play anymore or something like that.
Mm.
And Sora didn't really take a liking to that at all. He was like, you know what? Fine, but I'm coming for you.
I found it funny that she was like, "You're sending servants after me," because he beat Steph in the game, and basically made her his love slave. So at that point, she's kind of his servant.
Yeah.
It's like, but they never bring that up.
No,
Like I thought
not
he
at
was gonna
all.
get laid.
But Shiro kind of steps in the kind of just like he's like, you know what? No, can't do this in front of me. Not like this. And then fucking Sora's like, you know what? My adorable little sister type beat. I just generally think they just care for each other a lot, so it's kind of just fine.
A little too much.
Yeah, but eh.
Like they had
But
that
later,
scene where like they were in two different rooms, and the door was in the way, so they couldn't see each other. So they were
they
freaking
fucking
out.
spazzed.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they were just frozen in place and like mumbling. And then the door opened and they had like a direct line of sight and they were fine.
that just has it. That just means that they were like they're just attached at the hip, basically.
I'm pretty sure there's something clinical going on there.
I don't know what it is. There's not really much on it, but in in essence, they're like inseparable, literally. Until there's a door between the two of them, then they both have mental breakdowns. So I guess they just kind of play off of each other's energy. As long as they're around each other, they'll be fine. No, but then again, they were like, I guess with them being in the same room, it's fine. Cause in the bathhouse, they were just like sitting on the other side of the wall.
Oh yeah, the divider thing.
Yeah. So I guess it's just them being in the same room. It makes it okay. But once the door closes, it's a done deal. But later on, there's one more game to be played before Clammy is about to be crowned the king of Lukia. And you wouldn't believe who crashes the coronation. It's Sora and Shiro, and they challenge Clammy to a game. One last game.
Objection.
There are so many references.
This was the fucking official, bro. That's straight up the judge. That's just the judge from Ace Attorney. That's just him.
I didn't catch that at first. And then they had a whole like fucking Ace Attorney moment. I think that was great.
Before Ace Attorney even had an anime, I think.
Yeah. I was like, this is fucking beautiful.
I'd love to see it.
There's so many different references in this anime. It's great.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of JoJo.
There's a
ton of
it's
JoJo
like a
references.
Few, yeah. And essentially, they get challenged to a singular game of chess. And oh man, would I want to play this kind of chess, bro? I'll be honest. That looked like fun.
Yeah, fun. I know what you're after.
Don't out me like this. Not like this. But you essentially
pawn to a4, queen to my dick.
please. But essentially, the chess game wasn't a normal. Like it kind of felt like a normal chess game at the beginning because, again, Shira being the chess prodigy that she is, basically was like playing the game normally. However, Clammy was like pawn. It was like square. It was like A2 advance. No like specific coordinate, and the pawn would move and attack. And this happened for a little bit, and Cher was kind of freaking out because like nothing she's doing is working. And Sora takes over after calming down the sister, and basically took off from where she left off, and he started like figuring out that the pieces aren't necessarily like just ordinary chess pieces. They have their own like feelings, like they're sentient, and they play off of the king's charisma, or the player's charisma.
So it's chess pieces but real war.
But real, yeah, essentially. And once it kind of got figured out, there's a second part to it, where if one of the white pieces made in contact with any of the black pieces on the opposite side of the board, the white piece would be like taken over by the black piece, like brainwash kind of.
Oh right,
That kind of,
because she was cheating again using the mind
yeah,
control.
And it was like, wait a fucking minute, it's like this isn't right either. So calling all the pieces back to and kind of calling all the pieces back and to like for a strategic retreat. Wow, that is a hard word to say.
Strategic retreat.
Yeah. And they basically kind of pulled like a, how would I say it? It's like a politic moment, honestly. So there's like two warring sides, and then there's like a third side that caused like a revolt against
a big rebel speech.
Yeah, it was a nice rebel speech, and there was like a entrance of like a third party, even though they were all the same pieces. It was like, and then it was like the red queen now. It's like the red pieces against like the black pieces. They were no longer the white pieces. I was like, huh? It's like, okay. And then, as actual warfare goes, you see your homie on the front lines, and he's like, I don't want to really do this to my homie. They wouldn't strike their former comrade down, type beat, and they slowly started changing colors again. Except that all the pieces were fucking red. So I was just like, oh, okay. And then the whole queen speech. It was a beautiful speech.
Dude, I personally liked when he was like, look what you're fighting for, and he shows Shiro. It's like, look how cute she is, and
look how cute she is.
Fine, and then there's like, oh, they just fucking go crazy, just start killing everyone.
I was like, okay.
It was like, same.
I was like, all right.
Same, honestly.
It's like, this is very beautiful. But essentially, Shiro and Sora beat Claremy at her own game. Gets her to admit that she was cheating.
She cries. It's like waterfall level crying.
Yeah, I was like, oh, I wasn't expecting us to get this far. I felt very weird because she started bursting out in tears.
It like betrayed everything about her character up to that point.
Yeah, I thought she was like some fucking hard ass, and it was just like, no, I'm actually quite soft.
We don't get like a full-on introduction to her partner, do we?
No, not until like.
We might as well introduce her.
Cause she did get revealed.
Yeah, they show her, but she never talks or anything. Here she is, VL. She's a elf.
Yeah.
They were like working together to get like the elf support for the human race. Didn't work out.
Yeah, somehow they got caught. It's like cheating on an exam, but you're just kind of staring at the other person's paper, and the teacher's standing right there.
It's like, oh. Teacher walks by. Make sure you read the questions carefully. You're like, fuck.
But trying to think. Is
that honestly, that's like the last major thing to happen in the 5 episodes that we watch, because after that it's just they get crowned, they start like solving the problems with
and then like
games.
one big thing basically was the declaration of war against the other. That was like kind of big.
Yeah. And then Stephanie came on and was like, I had this whole thing planned out and you just ruined it. And they're like, what do you mean? And she had a really good plan that would have like immediately united every nation. And they just like, fucked it up. And they're like, what? Huh?
It's like, you're smart?
They're like, wait, I thought you were a Stephanie. She's like, what do you mean?
It's like, what does that mean?
What do you mean I'm a Stephanie?
It's like, did you just turn my name into a derogatory term? It's like, yes. But that's No Game No Life in a nutshell.
Pretty much,
yeah. At least for the first 5 episodes.
Yeah, because they, like I said, after they win, they're like, oh, you can't have 2 kings, but they just do it anyway.
Yeah, they played a card game for like fucking hours.
Yeah.
But it didn't say specifically that there just had to be 1 king.
No, it did. It did say that.
Oh, did it?
Yeah. So that's why they were trying to see who would win, and then they decided Sora would be, and he was like, then Shiro was like, no, because then you'll get a harem and you won't need me anymore. So I'll be the king in name, and we'll just act together.
And then they were just 2 kings after that.
Yeah, and then after that, it's just basically a montage of them solving issues with games. They like fixed the currency system and all this shit that was like kind of weird in this world. And then they get introduced to the whole idea of like winning the games, and there was like a place that popped up that they needed to get to, but there's no way to fly. So like, oh, we need a way to get up there, and they're like, oh, there's this one person over here who can do it. And just as we're about to get introduced to her, episode 5 ends.
We get to see the Flugel for a glimpse. That's it.
Booba. Still here, James? Here's the booba.
Simply put,
Simp. Simply put.
The Flugel are one of the oldest races to exist, and honestly, in my opinion, the most terrifying.
Yeah. Especially
super adept with magic.
Is.
But they were like fucking. They were like warmongers.
Yeah, but like
years ago.
Think about that. Like, she's so stupid and she has all this power. That's horrifying.
Yeah.
Couldn't be me.
Also couldn't be me, but you know.
I have no power and I'm very stupid.
But welcome to the Flugel, and welcome to the game. Bro, that would be me. I'm not even gonna lie. That would just be me. It's like, don't give me hope. It's like, don't do that. That's very mean.
That chess battle moment.
Yeah. He's like, what overrules everything? It's cuteness.
The one truth. And then I just have this. I'll leave that on screen.
That was just a casual. Oh man, when Sora found out what the I forgot what they were called. I forgot what the race it was.
The Beastman?
Yeah, I forgot what the specific name for it was.
I thought it was just Beastman.
No, it might be, but you know I'm a little. No, they were werebeasts,
Mm.
and Sora found out that it was just like it was just animal girls, and he was just like,
He was immediately down.
yeah, he was just like, we gotta go there, bro.
Didn't they say like those would be the toughest enemy? We should save them for last. He's like, no, we're going there first.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, same. Like, I feel you, bro.
He's like, bro, we gotta go there, please.
So with this anime, you said you never watched it. You only read it, right?
Yeah.
I never read it. I only watched it. So I saw the whole first season already. So together we watched 1 through 5, but I had already seen this whole season. I haven't watched the movie though.
I think I might have watched the movie.
I don't know, because I'm hearing sometimes that the movie's unrelated. It's like different people. Sometimes I hear that it's
from what I know, it was a prequel.
A prequel. Oh. Yeah. Weird.
Yeah.
I remember when I first found this, I got it confused with another series where it's like a bitchy girl and like a fat dude, and they like hop into this game. It's like people with armor. And I swear that series was called No Game No Life, but I guess not. I guess it might have been made by the same person or something. I don't know. It's like an unsolved mystery to me because I was never able to find it again. But I thought this was it, and I jumped into it, and I'm like, wait a second, this isn't that at all. This is good though. So what do you rate it?
First 5, I give it an 8. I think it definitely has me for the game part. Not so much on the world. Like there's a little bit of world building, but you don't get to see too much. At least not yet. I don't know how much you get to see. But
because the whole world building aspect of it is them going to the other like communities and trying to overtake them, basically. That's mainly where we'll learn about other races and stuff like that.
No.
I think for me, I'd probably give it, for the first 5, I'd say like a 7. Because it's like, I enjoy watching it, obviously, because I finished the whole season 4, and I was willing to rewatch it. It's like sometimes I feel like there's just a little too much going on. I'm just like, okay, like, come on, move on, get it. It's still enjoyable though. Like, it's not something that I would like complain about. Animation's good. The one complaint I had was like all the fan service involving the little sis here, Shiro. I was like, she's like 11.
Yeah.
Stop flashing her underwear.
Like, please. It's like, please.
And she keeps making like dirty jokes. I'm like, stop, please. Don't.
It's like, why?
So would I continue? Yes, I already have. I still plan on watching the movie, and in 2099 when we get season 2, I'll watch that. I'll probably continue the manga just so I know what the hell happens.
I think I'll read. I'll finish it. I don't know. It kind of just comes down to what I want to do, because I enjoyed the anime for sure. I just don't know. Actually, no. I want to see one part that's animated, so I'll keep watching.
Does it have to do with the certain booba?
Yeah, it has to do with the fox lady.
Yeah.
Yes.
We won't get into that right now.
No.
That is the one thing that I like about anime, is that you get to see the booba in motion. Like, manga has so much more story and everything to it, but I mean, we're limited on the visuals there. I like to see booba in motion.
The booba in motion.
BIM, B-I-M, booba in motion.
Easy. As always, I'm just simply cultured.
True culture. Yeah. Now, we watched this like I think 2 days after we did the last podcast.
Yeah, and then like the week kind of got hectic for the two of us.
Yeah, and while we were watching this, again, we only watched the first 5 together. And while we were watching this, I think like episode 3, I was like, hey, I know what we're watching for the next episode.
I didn't expect it to be that fast.
You were just like, God damn, the fuck.
I did not expect it to be that fast.
It's something that I like in my own mind have brought up, and it's like, nah, not yet. No, I'm not gonna do it yet. No. And I just kept putting it off.
Mm-hmm.
It's something I've seen. There's 2 seasons. I've seen the first season, and I never went back for the second season. Not because I didn't want to, but because I don't want to experience pain.
Mm-hmm.
So I have a question for you.
Ah.
How do you feel about a story of the government taking a group of kids that like maybe they're not doing so well in school, they're like the bottom of the barrel, and forcing them to become killers?
What does that sound? Does that sound like Assassination Classroom?
Cause that's what it is, baby.
No way.
We're watching Assassination Classroom. Have you seen it before? You there?
I haven't, no.
Why do you sound like you're in pain?
Huh? Because I am. Because I have a feeling. I've seen clips from that anime.
Uh-huh.
They weren't happy ones either.
Really?
Yeah.
That's odd, honestly. Unless you've seen like endgame clips.
Probably.
It might be. That's why
I don't know where it was, so I didn't know. I just know it got really sad.
Well, I can tell you, we're gonna be watching season 1 episodes.
Okay.
Season 1 is very happy-go-lucky.
Okay.
I can tell you that much.
Alright.
I do want us to watch like as much as possible. If we only get up to 5, that's fine, but I would like us to watch as much as possible because I feel like I would just have fun watching this with you.
Mm.
So whenever you're able to, we can start whenever.
You know, usually I don't appreciate when I get asked questions like that because I know it's like something that I'm really not gonna appreciate. But I don't know, bro.
I think you're actually gonna like this.
I might. You did say that I might like it.
Yeah,
so.
I think what you've seen is most definitely some endgame stuff. Because that's the only thing I could think of. Because I also read it. That's the only thing I could think of that was like sad.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, it's an amazing series, and it was super popular. Like when it came out, we had the manga, the anime, and a live action that came out like back to back to back. I'm looking forward to watching this with you.
You know what? I got nothing. Fuck it. I'm in.
There's Booba. I already said I'm in.
Why I gotta say it again, bro?
Alright, well that does it for us then. Tune in next week for Assassination Classroom, however many episodes.
I'm out of here.
I'm out. Bye.
Let me out.
Alright, see you guys then. Have a good week. Bye.
Bye bye.